The biggest scandal to ever hit Korean entertainment. Politicians, celebrities, police, government officials, powerful businessmen, and K-pop idols, all entangled with this ever complex and growing corrupt syndicate. Prostitution, rape, drugs, bribery, sex tapes. The rabbit hole goes deep, deeper than anyone can fathom. This is the Great Seungri Scandal. Just a small disclaimer before I start. Everything in this video is based on articles and reports. Nothing that I'm saying is my own opinion. I will not be covering any baseless rumors or any speculation. G-Dragon, leader and main rapper. T.O.P, lead rapper. Taeyang, main vocalist and main dancer. Taesung, vocalist. And last, Seungri, lead dancer and the youngest member of the group. Born and raised in Gwangju, South Korea, Seungri often dreamed of becoming an idol, dreamed of making a name for himself. As a young boy, he was noted for his amazing dancing and performing skills. Eventually, he caught the eye of Yang Hyun-suk, CEO of YG Entertainment. Shortly thereafter, Big Bang was born. Big Bang. They have been dubbed the kings of K-pop and are probably the most influential group in K-pop history to date. All in all, they have won 87 music show awards, 137 awards from music organizations, including Album of the Year, Artist of the Year, and Song of the Year 10 times. So, just how big was Big Bang? The answer? The biggest. That's not an exaggeration. Since their last single, Flower Road, they have 140 million sales to date. That's more than One Direction. That's more than Jackson 5, that's more than NSYNC, and that's more than the Backstreet Boys. They are the biggest boy band of all time. However, as of right now, Big Bang is on indefinite hiatus. Due to mandatory military service, T.O.P enlisted in February of 2017, followed by G-Dragon, Taeyang, and Taesung in March of 2018, with the plan for Seungri to enlist in March 2019. Then, after an honorable 2 years, Big Bang would come back and once again dominate the charts. At least, that's what many hope would happen. Fast forward to January 28, 2019. NBC's news desk revealed CCTV footage of an assault at a club called Burning Sun. Mr. Kim, who claimed to be the victim, was allegedly attacked by the security guards at the club, but was arrested as the assailant. Mr. Kim claimed on November 24th at Burning Sun, a woman who was being sexually harassed grabbed my shoulder and hid behind me. I asked the security guard for help, but ended up being beat up by the security guards and the people who seemed like their friends. He claimed he was put in handcuffs and taken to the police station, where he was further assaulted by the police. The event sparked the investigation of the Burning Sun and the club director, Lee Sung-hyun, also known as Seungri. February 2nd, group chat is uncovered showing conversation between Burning Sun staff, which detail some of the repulsive activities going on behind the scenes of the club, namely drugging women or taking drunk women and sexually taking advantage of them, all the while the activity is recorded via hidden cameras. Seungri, director of the club, later gives a press statement saying, "First of all, I sincerely apologize to everyone who has been involved in or taken offense from the recent controversy. Due to the controversy, the last few days have felt like an intolerable nightmare for me, so much that I did not know where to begin. Regarding this issue, I have never seen nor heard of such talks, so if I must be questioned during investigations, then I will actively participate in the inquiries and hope that anyone who has committed a crime get their rightful punishment. If I must take on the responsibility as an executive director at that time, I will also do so." February 16th. During his concert, Seungri issues apology for controversy at Burning Sun at the Great Seungri concert. "I'd like to speak about the recent controversy. I feel like if I ignore it, people who came today won't feel comfortable. I'm very apologetic to all those who care for me. I'm sorry for causing any disappointment to so many people." February 18th. The police start to find that the Burning Sun isn't the only club. They find evidence that link multiple clubs all over Gangnam and publicly announce they will be investigating Seungri. An employee's residence was searched and multiple drugs were found, including ecstasy, happy balloon, and ketamine, a psychotropic drug. Police then searched to find if these drugs were being used or actively sold in Burning Sun. February 26th. The first big domino falls for Seungri. The Seoul Police Department launches an investigation into Big Bang Seungri regarding claims that he offered escort services of a sexual nature to business investors, also known as prostitution. Text messages were released of a conversation between Seungri and an employee in 2015. Seungri, is seen giving orders to plan a meeting at a club in Gangnam to meet with foreign investors. The content of the text messages seemed to suggest that the people involved in the group chat were discussing offering escort services to the investors. YG Entertainment has released a statement denying all allegations, stating, "We have spoken with Seung-li, and he has stated that the released text messages were fabricated and are not true. They stated that they plan to take legal action on the issue." February 27th, Seung-li is brought into the police for questioning. He said, "This morning, I submitted a petition asking for a thorough investigation into myself. Once again, I apologize for causing concern and anger with the various controversies and accusations. I will earnestly cooperate with the investigation so that the truth can be revealed as soon as possible." Seung-li strongly denied prostitution accusations surrounding the Burning Sun Club and also denied exchanging the messages. He reportedly told the police, "I can't even remember because it's been over 3 years. I have not exchanged such messages." Meanwhile, YG Entertainment claimed the messages had been fabricated. To this, the reporter who initially revealed the messages fired back, stating that the messages are true and there's no reason for her to fabricate it. 8.5 hours later, Seung-li was released. Questioning for all allegations have been finished. Regarding drugs, I underwent all drug tests requested by the narcotics unit. Many people are angry about the various controversies, and I will cooperate with the police so that all suspicions can be dispelled. Closing, he said, "I ask that you wait for the results of the investigation. If the police require anything else, I will return for further questioning." Results from the first round of drug tests? Negative. No drugs were found in Seung-li's system. February 28th, Seung-li cancels all K-pop activities and concerts. March 3rd, preparing to take on all accusations, Seung-li appoints a lawyer who used to be a policeman, Sun Byung-ho, who has 6 years of experience working in various investigation teams of the police and specializes in working with criminal cases. March 4th, CEO of Burning Sun Club Lee Sung-hyun admits to bribery. He said he gave 20 million won to an ex-police last year that was investigating about a minor entry into the club. Lee Sung-hyun denied all accusations the 26th of February, but now has admitted to bribery. March 6th. The police finally received the infamous KakaoTalk conversations that sparked suspicions against Big Bang's Seung-li in an Excel file. A report had previously revealed a KakaoTalk chat room that included Seung-li and claimed that he offered prostitutes to his investors at a famous club in Gangnam. YG immediately responded to any reports by claiming that they were fabricated. March 8th. According to an exclusive report on March 8th, Big Bang Seung-li will enlist this March 25th as an active duty soldier. Furthermore, if the police wish to summon Seung-li for any additional questioning, he will comply willingly until his enlistment date. Both the Army and the MMA confirmed that Seung-li will be enlisting to the Chungnam Nongsang Training Center on the 25th as scheduled. Later that day, MBC releases a new report about Seung-li's involvement in the club Burning Sun. Previously, Seung-li commented through a statement regarding controversies involving the Burning Sun. "Operating and managing the club were not my roles. I was not involved in these roles from the start." He explained that he began with the innocent mindset of wanting to try working as a DJ, but got a good opportunity to become an executive director in charge of promoting at a club. Seung-li added, "Since I'm a celebrity, I was in charge of publicly promoting the club." On March 8th, MBC News questioned the validity of Seung-li's statement by sharing information from the club's internal documents. In the statement of assets sent by Burning Sun's finance team to the board members, shows the initial investment money totaling about 2.5 billion won. Of this amount, Seung-li invested 225 million won. The company's articles of association from 2017 also show Seung-li listed as a corporate promoter, a phrase used to refer to someone who worked on the formation of the company. In addition, he is also listed as one of the 4 executive directors, along with Lee Sung-hyun, Lee Moon-ho, and an individual referred to as Kang. Burning Sun's list of shareholders reveals that Yuri Holdings, which Seung-li was a co-CEO of, held 20% of the shares. A source of Burning Sun commented, "It is certain that Seung-li was definitely an initial investor." March 10th. With the pile of evidence rising higher and higher, Seung-li is booked by police on charges of allegedly violating anti-prostitution law. He will now be treated as a suspect in future investigations. A source from the police stated, "We booked Seung-li and changed his status to that of a suspect in order to issue a search and seizure warrant and clear Seung-li of the suspicions surrounding him." The police has also booked 3 to 4 other people who were in the KakaoTalk group chat and are currently investigating them. Who are these 4 men? The police did not give any names, but said they were singers and people that were actively on TV. March 11th. By far the biggest day of the investigation so far. The day when the world came crashing down. On March 11th, SBS exclusively reported that hidden camera footage and photos were shared in a chat room that included Seung-li, 2 other male singers, and others. The report stated that there were approximately 10 instances where footage and photos that were taken illegally were shared in the chat room. Hidden camera footage of photos of men and women engaging in sexual intercourse. Later that day, Seung-li comes forward with a shocking announcement. This is Seung-li. At this point, I think it would be best if I retire from the entertainment industry. I decided on retiring from the entertainment industry as the issues that I cause a societal disturbance with are too major. Regarding the issues that are being investigated, I will be investigated diligently and reveal all the suspicions. Receiving criticism and hate from the public for the past month and a half, and with the situation of all the investigative agencies in the country currently investigating me, I'm even being cornered as a traitor of the nation. I personally cannot tolerate causing harm to everyone around me in order to save myself. I sincerely thank all the fans in and outside of Korea who have given me lots of love for the past 10 years, and I think this is where I stop, even if it's at least to protect the honor of YG and Big Bang. Again, I'm sorry and I apologize once again. I have been thankful to everyone until now. And just like that, Seungri's journey with Big Bang and K-pop was over. But unfortunately, this is not the end of his story. Police shortly thereafter banned Seungri from leaving the country. That same day, March 11th, another K-pop idol was accused in the scandal, Jung Jun-young, K-pop idol, actor, and television personality. He first gained recognition in Mnet's reality TV show, Superstar K4. It was reported that Jung Jun-young had been one of the celebrities in a chat room involving Seungri and other male singers to share illegal hidden camera footage several times. According to the report, SBS found records of such conversations dating back to 2015 through a restored Excel file. Jung Jun-young, main rapper for the boy band Highlight, formerly known as Beast, one of the biggest boy bands of the last 10 years, was rumored to be a member of the chat room sharing hidden camera videos and pictures. March 11th, his agency Around Us Entertainment stated, "We have confirmed that it is not Jung Jun-young. It is a groundless rumor." Jung Jun-young quickly denied the rumor, stating that the rumor is entirely not true, and when I heard about this content, I couldn't even recognize that such events had occurred. March 12th, after filming in the United States, Jung Jun-young immediately flies back to Korea and is greeted at the airport by a multitude of reporters and photographers. Jung Jun-young has cancelled all scheduled activities and is being investigated by police. The Metropolitan Investigation Unit of the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency has indicted Jung Jun-young on charges of violating the Sexual Violence Punishment Act. And then, it happened. The chat logs were released. Just a fair warning, these messages are for mature audiences only and are extremely sexual in nature and are not suitable for those that are easily disturbed. The material discussed is truly vile. SBS reporter Kang Chang-wan stated, "I thought very hard about how much information I should deliver. There were things that were worse in the content that had already been reported, things that were simply unspeakable." FNC Entertainment issued a statement regarding speculation that CNBLUE's Lee Jung-hyun and FT Island's Choi Jong-hoon are involved in the recent controversies. Choi Jong-hoon is the leader and guitarist for the Korean rock band FT Island, and Lee Jung-hyun is the vocalist and guitarist for the Korean pop rock band CNBLUE. FNC states that we clearly state that Lee Jung-hyun and Choi Jong-hoon, who are artists at our agency, have no relation to this incident. Their relationships with the controversial celebrities are only as acquaintances who are in contact with each other. Then, only a day after arriving in Korea, Jung Jun-young is arrested and subsequently drops the biggest bombshell announcement of the incident thus far. "I write to you in shame and guilt. I, Jung Jun-young, once again realized the seriousness of the situation after returning to Korea on March 12th. Although it's already too late, I apologize through this letter to all the people who showed an interest in me and gave me a second chance. In regards to what is being said in relation to me, I admit to all my crimes. I filmed women without their consent and shared it in a social media chat room. And while I did so, I didn't feel a great sense of guilt. As a public figure, it was an unethical act worthy of criticism and such a thoughtless action. I will sincerely take part without any falsehoods in the investigations that will begin on the morning of March 14th, and I will accept the punishment for my actions. I once again deeply apologize. I am sorry. Jung Jun-young." The reason this is such big news because it basically confirms the chat room does exist and places considerable doubt on Seungri and all the other members who previously denied involvement. Shortly after, Jung Jun-young is terminated by his agency, Makeus Entertainment. YG Entertainment also terminates Seungli's contract, stating, after Seungri announces his retirement on March 12th, YG Entertainment has honored Seungli's request to terminate his exclusive contract. As an artist management company, we admit that we have not managed our artists as thoroughly as we should, and we are deeply reflecting on that. March 13. The hole only gets deeper as the investigation drags on. Messages surface that suggest some of the corrupt members of the police and the police chief himself were involved in the activities of Seungli's chat room, with a chat message suggesting that they wouldn't get in trouble because the police chief is watching our backs. The case became so prolific that it reaches the highest court in Korea, the Supreme Prosecutor's Office, and was thus headed by none other than legendary prosecutor Yoon Suk-yeol. Back in 2016, Yoon Suk-yeol played a key part in an investigation in one of the biggest scandals to hit Korea. The subject? The President of Korea, Park Geun-hye, Forbes' 11th most powerful woman in the world, 18th President of Korea, and 46th on the Forbes' most powerful people list. On accounts of corruption and influence peddling due to investigations by Yoon Suk-yeol, Park Geun-hye, President of Korea, was impeached and then sentenced to 25 years of prison. Needless to say, he was a powerful figure. Later on that day, FNC Entertainment announces an indefinite hiatus for FT Island leader Jung-hoon. FT Island's fans subsequently call for Jung-hoon to be kicked out from the group. March 14th, Seungri and Jung Jun-young report to the Seoul Police Agency for questioning. Jung Jun-young says, "I'm sorry. I apologize for causing distress and worry to everyone, and I will do my best to sincerely comply with the investigation. I'm sorry." Later that day, Highlight, formerly Beast member and rapper Yang Jung-hyun, announces retirement and departure from Highlight. Jung-hyun, who previously stated the allegations were entirely not true, makes a statement that says, "I participated in inappropriate conversations regarding it. All of these actions were very immoral and I was foolish. I treated it as not a big deal without thinking that it is a crime and an illegal act. And it is my fault for not firmly restraining Jung Jun-young." He goes on to say, "I was a silent bystander about this severe issue where several more victims may have arisen due to my actions." Subsequently, like dominoes, FT Island member and leader Choi Jung-hoon announces his retirement and departure from the band. "I will repent greatly of my sins for my immoral life, and I will live while reflecting on this for the rest of my life. As of today, I will leave the team and retire from the entertainment industry. I will spend my entire life thoroughly reflecting on my past days when I acted carelessly without any feeling of remorse. I will also diligently participate in future investigations without any falsehoods, and I will accept the punishment I deserve. I am sorry." A chat by Seungri is released to the public. Prostitutes and escorts are provided to clients like fast food on a menu. After being questioned for 16 hours, Seungri is finally released from the police station. After being questioned for 21 hours, Jung Jun-young is released. Yoo In-suk, CEO of Yuri Holdings, a company founded by Seungri, resigns from his position following allegations of providing prostitution services. Later that day, CN Blue's Jang Hyun admits his connection to the scandal. Jang Hyun, who is ashamed and regretful, has accepted the criticism from the public due to his wrong sexual ethics and values, and is deeply regretful and guilty. After what seemed like an eternity, MBM finally releases the name of all 8 original chat room members. The revealed 8 are as follows: Seungri, Big Bang, Jung Jun-young, Choi Jung-hoon, FT Island, Yoo In-suk, CEO of Yuri Holdings, Mr. Kim, Club MD, a relative of a girl group member, referred to as Mr. A, an unnamed former employee at YG Entertainment, referred to as Mr. B, and a friend of Jung Jun-young, who appeared with him on a travel program, referred to as Mr. C. This is a live and evolving case. Many of the details could be changed in the future. There are still many details that are missing, but as of right now, it's accurate as of March 15th, 2019. There's still many questions that need to be answered. Who are these men receiving services from Seungri? Who are the real people in charge of this scandal and prostitution ring? Where else does this network extend to? And who else is involved? Seungri is often called the Great Gatsby of Korea, and even named his solo album, The Great Seungri. This is because of his modest childhood to now living a lavish lifestyle, which includes owning a nightclub, restaurant franchises, and several other business ventures. A user on Reddit, ChronoDroid, made the comment about the relationship. I remember commenting on a post when his Great Seungri album was announced, about whether or not he understood what the novel The Great Gatsby was really about. How in that story, Gatsby is a poor kid who engages in illegal activity to rise to great wealth, but in the end is murdered and forgotten. It's not all glitz and glamour, although there is a lot of that in the story. It's very much a cautionary tale about how greed and decadence can lead to suffering and the destruction of lives. It's always funny how life imitates art, and in the end, if Seung-Lee goes down, it's likely that the truly rich will get away scot-free, like the Buchanans did.